Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Model Affairs, Modelers Mess, Modeling Monarchy on Monday, the 22nd of April, 2024. Hope you're all well. I'm joined by brother and brother. That's a big brother. That's a little brother.
Depends how you. That's the elder brother, younger brother. I'm a lot heavier than he is, so I'm bigger in that respect.
Anything you want to add, Mal?
No, let him keep going.
Yeah. Cool. Today, we're only broadcasting on YouTube because there have been some changes to Facebook, which don't allow us to stream to Facebook anymore from StreamYard. So they're being complete and utter. Yeah. So we've got a couple of comments. Steve from Totally Scale Models is in saying hello.
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 Julian's in saying afternoon, Shed Dwellers. Afternoon, Julian. So let's quickly go round and hello, little old lady.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm not too bad, thank you.
Good, good. What have you been up to?
I managed to get a little bit of a lie this morning till 8:30. Then I got bounced on. Don't know why I was allowed it, but the puppies let me sleep. Had breakfast, and then I came in here, and I have been decorating up this. So I don't know, few decors. Not sure if they're correct. Not really bothered. It's just a number and bits and pieces. I've also started weathering up this panther turret. I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to get it done for the weekend, Friday anyway, because tomorrow I'm out most of the day, and then Thursday I'm out in the morning, and then so chance of it actually being finished are quite slim, so I'm not going to rush it. So I'm going to take my time. I've drawn up the base for this. I might even get that printed. Oh, hello. Yes, puppy.
Yes, puppy was watching. Ooh,
was she? I'll hopefully get the base printed off today or tomorrow. I need to get this into gloss coat, which I can hopefully again do this afternoon. Although I have got to stick a bit back on. While I was doing the decals, I snapped that off, which is part of the rear cagey affair. So I'll get that glued back on, and that's where I'm up to.
Cool, nice. Julian says hello, pup.
Yes, this is the youngest one. Sorry, middle one. The youngest one would be on here and wouldn't be sitting still.
Yeah.
I'm like sitting in my lap. So I'm not going to get much done with her here.
No.
But the other thing I've got to do is tracks.
All right, cool. I've just realised I've made a faux pas.
Sure.
We are public. We're not unlisted today because I was busy stressing out about what was going on with Facebook and too busy researching that. So we're going public today, so why not? Jim Altegott says, good Monday morning, guys. Morning, Jim.
Morning.
He says, happily surprised to see the notification today. Well, actually, Jim, we normally go private. It's only for people in the Modelers Mess. But when I set it up, because Facebook have been silly people, I forgot to change it to unlisted. So that's my fault. Jim says, nice doggy, John.
Yes, she's a bit stupid, but she does enjoy sitting in my lap.
You know what they say about dogs, don't they? Don't you? Max,
this is not mine. Mine's through there at the moment. This is Nanny's. Not our mum. It's Tanya's mum's dog. She loves her so much. But she does like sitting in my lap. She's now lying. with a head.
Let's move on. Morning, Mal. Afternoon, whatever it is.
Yeah, afternoon. Pretty much normal Monday. Up. Bit of emailing, bit of Facebook, exercise, walk, breakfast, shower, bit of gaming. Been doing snow truckers, and a little bit of modelling. Remember, I was doing the Airfix 1/72 410, lovely little kit. Went to put the control column in its place, and it just didn't seem to want to go into that recess. So I popped the seat out, not knowing whether I could get it out because it was glued in with the new concoction. But I knew it wasn't. I didn't like slap glue in there. So, and yes, it came out and went ping off over there. It took me some time to find it, but I found it. But then I found that having cut the control column off the sprue, which was on my cutting mat here, that had disappeared.
So your elbow.
Yeah, I must have. I forgot all about the control column, trying to get the seat out, and then when I come back to just put it away so I didn't lose it, it was already lost. So I'm still going to look for it, but I'm planning on scratch building it. Yeah. Old age stuff, whatever. Annoying. I'm not blaming Airfix. I've given my Matilda a matte coat. You probably won't see any difference. Just not it's not shining like it was.
Nice.
To me, my matte coat goes on. It always just adds a little bit of, I don't know, something extra to it. It just looks a bit more realistic, not so toy-like. And you may remember back in about 400 years ago, I was building this. And I'd started weathering it, and it just did. I used dark earth, just sprayed at it, nothing too general, just all. But because the paint, it's MRP and it's a bit sort of on the satin glossy side, it just didn't look right. But I just threw some matte varnish at this as well at the same time as the Matilda, and that's looking better for it. So I can hopefully get on now with this as well and get it weathered and on some sort of a base, which is what I'm also going to do with the Matilda. I was talking to John yesterday about I want to show sand in the channels, and I was looking at using tea dust from tea bags, which I collected over hundreds of years, and I've got about that much of it in there. But obviously it's a wrong colour. John suggested trying to use the sun to bleach it, which it is. I've got a bag out there being bleached by the sun as we speak. But like John also suggested, a better option might be weathering powders, which I'm not a fan of because they're bloody expensive. So I'm going to get some pastels, chalk pastels. Mm-hmm. And hopefully,
which again I suggested.
That's what I did say. That
not the pastels.
All right. Well, yeah. He also suggested. Me.
Me, yes. So it's all about me.
Yeah, it is all about you and your dogs. And
Yeah, even when it's not about him.
yeah. So I've not done a lot, but I've moved forward with a pace backwards. So, and I've not started deckling the Corsair yet, which needs a few. I have to use decals for the stencil data. Not that I want to, but I don't have much of a choice. So I'll do that sometime and get that weathered. But yeah, not done a lot, but things have moved.
Cool.
In the case of the joystick, who knows where?
Yeah.
Right. So, Steph, what have you been up to?
Me, pretty quiet morning this morning. Did a load of video editing on the Cauldron, so that'll be going up Wednesday evening. And then I came in here for a couple of hours, and I've been working on the albatross, good fish albatross. That I'm building with Mikey, Bearded Veteran Creates, and I've been taking off loads of stuff off here, ready to put on the 3D decals from Quinta. So I'm just working on that and then doing the panel lines, making mistakes and having to fill holes up where I've gone across. So usual stuff, and then just generally cleaning it up and getting it ready to put the 3D decals on. So that's what I've been using. These are pretty cool. They are pretty cool. They're not too bad at all. So I'm enjoying those. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. Got some comments. Julian says, not a dog person, Mel.
I am, yes. I'm not a cat person though. I love dogs. Just don't have one. Too much trouble and they're getting away.
Yeah. Jim says, very nice, Matilda. Love the counter scheme.
Yeah, thanks. I really love the counter scheme as well. It's come out really well.
Yeah. Jim also says, was a counter scheme meant to be disruptive pattern like warship camouflage schemes?
I would, guess so. I can see how it would work. But I just like it because it's different and it's a bit of a challenge to do. But you know me and masking.
Yep. Cool. Go for it Painting says, hello. Hello. How are you?
Hello.
Hello.
And Jim's shouting, albatross.
Albatross.
I'm just going to call it a D3. Right. Do you want to do some box lids or do you just want to sit and chat and model?
You can sit and chat and model.
John?
I was going to do, if I do sprue or false, I've got to do it by sprue because I've tried using OBS to refocus my camera. And that's the focus you get.
Go on then, try it.
No, it's...
Okay.
I don't know whether I need to be so far up here. It's ridiculous. I need to be closer. I've tried all sorts. It just won't focus very well. I might even end up getting a new camera.
Cool. Jim says, very challenging now. Look forward to painting my Matilda or Honey in the counter scheme as well.
Yeah. I mean, it in the end, it wasn't that... I'd say it wasn't that difficult. It's challenging because of the undulations, certainly across the rear deck. But interestingly, and I use Tamiya's rendition of it. But if you look, John Marley's using another one he found, and I don't know whether it works the same. But for example, the line through from the nose through there, it's sort of as if painters had avoided making it too difficult to mask it up, if that makes any sense. Like it's easy to see on this side where it misses that gap, so it just goes just above that. But I can't believe that they would piss about masking across all this accurately in and out of that. They would have just lain, if they taped, if they did it at all, I think they probably chalked it on and then just sprayed it. So I don't know. I mean, why? But where as hard a edge as I could, because that was a difficulty. I don't believe it would have been like that. Possibly, who knows? Just looks cool. It's just like do it.
Cool. Nixon says, "How do, gents?" Right, Nick.
Hello.
Julian, currently doing a bit more of the FX 137. So sorry for
and shouting about it.
yeah. Me.
What?
The Airix.
Yeah. So what is everybody else working on? Let us know in the comments. Oh yeah, Nick, how's that Jinx's gun coming on? Looking really good. Jim says, Julian, how's the Sherman going? Thinking of purchasing a new Airfix armor kit. Nick says, how's the Zero coming along, Mal?
I've done nothing more to it since I mentioned on Sunday that I'd got to the nose machine guns. I'm really undecided whether to weather the cockpit. I was looking at somebody's build yesterday and thinking, do I want to go through all this? And because I'm procrastinating, I'm getting nothing done. That's my usual problem. I procrastinate about whether I want to. I think about doing something, then start to think about how I can do it. Can I do it? Yes, I can. Right now, I really want to do it. And then the difficulties of it and thinking, I just want to get it built. Do I want to do it? Yes, I do. No, I don't. So it can go on for years. I need to move on with it.
Yeah.
It's it's a really nice thing to do, actually. I mean, it's different. It's
it's very different. So I'm probably going to do some more to mine this afternoon. So I need to progress it.
Yeah.
It's a little bit large for the shed.
Yeah. I also, because it's a complicated, large model with electronics and stuff in it, I just really want to take my time anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't want to rush it. There's no, as far as I know, there's no finish line apart from maybe Telford. Although a couple of my guys from the club are going to a show in Devon, which maybe going to, and that's in August. So I thought it'd be quite cool to along because they've got 16 foot of table space. Table space. This is Andy and Lucky. Sure.
Andy's coming down from Lucky.
Sorry,
Andy's coming down from Scotland.
No, not Andy Langridge.
Oh, the
peasant
London guys.
Brighton. Yeah. Peasant Andy at Brighton.
Right.
So they booked a table there, and it's 16 foot length. So I need to really nip over there and join them and throw some models on it. But I thought, yeah, get some models for Heroes gear on the end because there'd be plenty of space. So I thought the Agora Zero would be ideal for bringing a few people to the table. So whether I can finish it for August, because I am going to paint. I'm not going to repaint the exterior, but I am going to paint on the markings and weather it.
Cool.
Which show was that?
Have I got a? I ain't got a mag. It's in Devon. It's the is it North Devon?
Oh, North Devon.
You haven't got it listed.
No,
but it's if I can find a magazine, it's in one of them. Hang on, let me go and get a mag. Happy Best mag.
Right, while you're getting the mag, I'll do some more comments. So stop that onto there. Right. So.
Oh.
So Julian says, Jim, it's a nice kit, but no crew. Nick says, done, mate. Working on the Chomper grenade now. Oh, nice. Looking forward to seeing those. Jim says, still moving on with my 48th Hasegawa C202 Folgore and putting the final touches on the Tamiya Achilles TD. Nice. Had some replacement parts turn up today. Oh, what was that? He's working on these for scale model world.
Yeah. North Devon Model Show, Sunday the August the 18th at Barnstable.
There we go.
Is that the one at Barnstable on the August the 18th, which is a Sunday?
Sounds like it, yeah.
North Devon Model Show.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Supporting the Veterans Charity. They'll be chanting for you. Ma, ma.
Yes. I'm surprised. I mean, they've already booked the hotel and everything. They're staying overnight. It's like it's just far enough that I'd probably need to stay over.
Yeah.
But not as far as it is for Lucky. Jesus.
They might be going on holiday. They're having a trip
around. Andy's working on the Monday.
Is he?
Yeah. So they're staying over on the
Friday,
Sunday night.
Friday, yeah.
And heading back so you can get Andy back to Butlins. I mean, when they say he's working, he's
loosely, yes.
His work, isn't it?
Let's get some of this down.
Nick Lindsay says the charge point circuit board and that exhaust spider part that doesn't fit so well. Mine had a couple of broken legs. Ouch.
Yeah, I might have joined you, but I'm doing something that weekend as well. Bit closer to home.
Yeah, it's a bit. I mean, for Lucky to come from London,
Yeah.
I
mean, it's not too far down the M4, down the M5 to Bridgewater, then across the.
Yeah, but he picks Andy down on the south coast.
Yeah.
But mind you, I think he's loaded. He's got a really nice car. I failed to make it last year for various reasons. Well, for various reasons.
Do we need to know what those reasons were?
No, you don't, because it involved a wife. Yeah, I can't say anything. I mean, although I've just said too much. Let's just say wrong end of the stick. Yeah, Y type. Wrong end of the stick.
Dave Scully says, good Monday afternoon, folks. Afternoon, Dave.
Hello.
Nick says, had some good news this morning. Finally been put forward for health retirement. Only taken 10 years, 2 official complaints to the OH and an employment tribunal. Get in, mate.
Cool.
Well done. Brilliant. Jim says, Julian, too bad we're on the opposite sides of the Atlantic. I have an overabundance of figure sets. Mal, what kit is a T-34?
Good question, well presented. It's the Airfix kit, which was, I believe, was it Hobby Boss? No,
Academy.
Was it Academy? It was one of the Airfix are doing a range, aren't they? A 135th, and they're ex Academy. It's fairly nice kit. I think the turret's got a cast effect, but it's well overdone. But there, it makes it easy to show whether or not. But it's it looks like a T-34-85. I just deleted one of the rear fuel cells and scratch built some straps that have been bent out of the way. And painted the turret mark. I built it because I wanted to paint the turret markings. Which came out all right. Interesting nice. On that surface, and making the stars look hand painted using masks. Interesting. Yeah, quite nice. It's gonna get me. Spent ages, ages. Created mass for the wheel for the tyres, to mass out the tyres so I could paint the wheels. Did all that, of course. Millions of wheels, and then when I put it all together, I sprayed over them with dark earth, so you don't really see the tyres. Armour. But the tracks are Lincoln length, whatever you call them, so not individual. They went on quite well.
Jim says, okay, Mal, that's the Academy T34. Yes, the turret cast texture is a bit overdone.
Yeah. I should have maybe sanded it down. But not. Yeah, yeah. Who's going to know? It looks like a T35. T30.
Yeah. Nick says, amazing result on the salute donation, Steph. Very successful day indeed. Yes, it was, mate. Absolutely brilliant. Jim says, I like Academy armor kits. I built their M10 back in 2002. Still on my shelf. Nice model. Good value for the money. Cool. He goes on to say, if I could afford to, I would buy full model tracks for all my tanks. I get the best results with them. They are pretty cool. They are. I've used those a couple of times.
I would readily buy vinyl tracks, rubber band tracks to replace individual link tracks in armor kits. Then I might build more.
You need to build some super kits.
It's just that if you're gonna, for me, if you're gonna put armor on a base and muddy the tracks up and everything, the only bit of the track you might see would be on that front bit where I've left the track guards off, and that rear bit where that track guard is missing. And if you muddy that up, you don't see anything really at all. I don't. And the time and mind-numbing putting individual links together. No, not for me.
I've done a Asuka Sherman, which somewhere. The rubber band tracks for them are superb. Almost individual, because they split them where they're joined. You can actually see through them. They're not just a blank rubber band. Really good, and they fit.
Yeah, I mean, admittedly, back in the day, when hundreds of years ago, rubber band tracks were the only thing. But ones you get these days, when you do get them, are really, really good. For me, it's all about the repetitive nature of doing them. Churchill tracks on the whatever it is, Churchill, they're pretty good because there's just two pieces for two links, if you like. and they go together quite well. But even those, I can do 5 or 6, 7 or 8, and then no, I've had enough. And then I don't want to come back to it. So they just take. I've done one side of my Churchill. Looks really good, but I just the time, just the numbness of it. That's me. I think that's also partly why mods take me forever to do.
What else have we got? Julian says, this is from a man who creates his own masks.
Yes, and there's the conundrum. I can sit for hours masking. I know it's bizarre. I think part of that is, like I'm saying, the result of putting together individual track links to me is not worth all that effort when the rubber band could be painted on, done. Whereas painted markings are so much better. I mean, I got to the stage where I could quite happily apply decals and they look painted on. You know, the system for doing that is well known. But when I could paint the markings on, I knew that I would never, ever use decals for main markings ever again. And so it's a different thing. You spend ages masking up or getting the markings in the right place and everything, and then going through the painting process. But what you end up with, for me, the excitement of removing all the masking to reveal what you've been looking for, from the start, is the same as it was the first time I ever did it.
Yeah.
So, and it's sort of why I look for, not in the case of this, but generally I look for something that's a bit challenging, marking wise.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I can see. It's like canopies. I have no problem masking canopies, and I never buy my own. I never buy pre-cut or pre-made canopy masks. Again,
Yeah.
that I don't
feel
the need for.
Yeah, Nick says the DS tracks, band tracks from Dragon are quite good as well. And Jim says painted markings look so much better.
Yeah, always. Yeah. Especially on larger scale models. You look at the Hong Kong and border models Lancaster. I've done a few sets for those and the B-17, and they just look so much better painted. I think there are more and more guys getting just the cry cut hobby cutters.
Yeah, the cry cut machines.
But I think in the future you won't buy a plastic kit. You buy a 3D file, 3D print file. Print your own, and you'll sort of print on the camouflage and I don't know how it'd be done, but the camouflage and the markings and the weathering as well, which you can have within the file. I don't know. That's just my idea of how things will go in the future, like 24th century, when we have replicators and stuff.
Yay, replicators.
24th century, aren't they? I think that's one there, Jim.
Yep, something like that. Jim goes on to say, at Nick Lindsay, I've had mixed results with DS tracks and rubber band tracks too. And also goes on to say, to counter my previous statement, the rubber band tracks on the Achilles work superbly. New age vinyl tracks are much easier and more robust than the old school tracks.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I've got a Churchill Sabre, and I've got 3 Churchill engineer bits of armor, and one of the bits of engineer bits of armor, I've got vinyl tracks rather than because they're all the same manufacturer rather than the individual things, and they're just as good from what I can see as the individual tracks, which pleased me no end. But I don't do armor, so I don't care.
Julian says the rubber band tracks on the FX kicks are detailed nicely, but took a bit of effort to join them up. Steve from Totally Scale Model says replicators from Star Trek, from Stargate. I bloody hope not. And Julian says you don't do armor, holding his Matilda in his hands.
T-34. No, I don't do armor. That's my excuse. So when I cock these up, I don't do armor. So I know nothing. Too much weathering. I know. Don't have to do it.
Ah. Yeah. You'll avoid your build on tomorrow, Steph?
Aye, it is. I've been doing some bits and pieces on it as well.
How close are you to finishing it?
Sorry?
How close are you to finishing?
Oh, about a light year away.
Oh, not far then.
Steve says, right, I'm off to see the veg man. See you in the morning, Steph. Yes, mate. Not a problem.
Yeah. What time's that on? Is it 11 till 1 or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Chances are I'll miss it.
It's not a problem. You can always catch up.
Can do.
Do you do tunks, Steph? What the hell's a tunk?
Tunnocks?
Tank.
Could be tank. I
Tunnocks?
have occasionally. Could be tunnocks. I certainly do tunnocks.
Yeah, tunnocks. Yeah. Do some of that.
Oh dear. Ooh. you up to date on the A Gentleman in Moscow?
No, I've not been watching it. Is
What?
it any good?
I thought you said you'd watched it.
No, it's something that we're looking at watching.
Yes, yes,
Is it good?
yes. Ewan McGregor is brilliant in it. There's inaccuracies in it, like a lot of things. He's like what's it? Renegade now. People in it who wouldn't be there at the time.
Right.
But I think it's just numbers that they've got to put in for because of legislation or whatever to get it shown in places.
Right.
But if you take that away and just say they are people, not a problem.
Got you. Nick says, I think he means tanks.
Yeah.
Tunux, says Nick. Julian says tanks. He says tunk is the sound the crew make when they hit their heads on the hatch.
No, it's not.
It's
No.
It's
Words of that effect. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, Nick Lindsay says, final episode of Shogun this week. Amazing series so far.
Yep.
Jim says, I have an urge to watch the 1969 film Battle of Britain, one of my personal favourite war films of all time. Nick says, A Bridge Too Far's mine. And Jim replies to him, very good film, Nick.
Shall we say it together, Mel? Zulu? Zulu?
Zulu, yes. Zulu.
Zulu.
Thousands of them.
Ooh.
Zulu, says Jim, twice.
Yes.
Nick Lindsay says, don't throw them bloody spares at me. He doesn't actually say that. It's a misquote. And it's taken from the film, The Man Who Will Be King, where he says, don't point those bloody spears at me. Beware the hun in the sun. Repeat, please. Have finished the Pegasus Bridge film yet? Anyone? No.
So I'll get these ready for Max and Nash. Right. Now I'm going to do that.
Jim Alcott says, I would hope someone makes a film about the Falklands War, a British film. There has been a series called Tumbledown.
Yeah, Nick mentions it.
Yeah. That's what I'm reading his comment.
Ah, sorry.
Nick says, still a political hot potato, that conflict. Yep, that's because of all the oil under the Falklands that they can't get out just yet. Jim Altagut says, Zach, Nick Lindsay, thank you. We'll look for that. And he goes on to say, I will never forget the explosions when Atlantic Conveyor and Sheffield were hit. Really brought home the ugly cost of war. I was a teenager back then. It certainly does, Jim. Certainly does. Right then, let's go around and see what people have got done. Nick replying to Jim, me too. My dad served through, though, with the SAS. I did a year in 91, 92. So, hello, little old lady. What has I got done?
What was it a good one? I glued a bit back on.
Cool.
But it's gonna be covered up by a tarpaulin anyway. I have I've been doing the tracks. So just where the wheels and bits touch. So I've been doing them, and that's basically it. Yeah, that's it.
Cool. Right, now.
I've been using a pencil, HB pencil, to add steel to tracks and edges, and you probably won't see it. Various other bits and pieces. Still more to do with that, and I've used some couple of AK rust, streaking rust pencils. Do a bit of streaking rust, probably again.
Back in the set.
Just bits. I'm going to do a bit more of that, and had a go with the rust on the exhaust on the T34, and you can see more. It's not very clever at the moment, but on the Matilda, the exhaust that needs a lot more working, probably with a paintbrush, which is a spit job.
Yep.
So yeah, that's about all I've done. A lot more weathering to do, and I still need to paint the figures. I don't do armour. That's the problem.
Cool. Thanks for that, Mo.
Fun in school.
Me, I've got those done on the bottom wing. They're the 3D decals. And I got those two done on those four done on the top. So that is an actual grate. So you can feel the ridges on it. And there's a oil cap there. An oil cap at the back. And those for the guidelines. I've got one to go across there, but I can't put these two, and a filler cap there to go across there, but I can't do those until the two halves are together. So yeah, these are really, really nice decals. I'm really enjoying those. They're great fun. So yeah, that's what I've got to do. So by Friday, I need to have this closed up and put together, ready to catch up with Mikey. Jim says, did you build the T34 as is? Any aftermarket or scratch build details?
The only thing it's as is, apart from, well, I've removed the rear piece of track guard and the two front pieces of track guard, and I've removed the one rear fuel cell and added the straps from thin metal. I think it was, I can't remember what it was I used. They cut out, and they're detailed a bit with the connectors that have obviously pinged off when that fuel cell got ripped off with a track guard. That's I thought it necessary to do some damaging, but not on the Matilda. That's out of the box.
Cool. Thanks for that, Mel. Right then, gents, if you two would like to say your butty ties.
Batty ties, gents. Everybody. And yeah.
Yep. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Really appreciate you taking the time out. You all take care. We'll see you Wednesday. Stay safe. Keep modelling. Bye.
Cheers. Toodaloo.